Good morning, students. Welcome back. After a long time, we are meeting again. I hope you all are enjoyed your Diwali vacation. In this pandemic person, you are enjoyed your Diwali. Okay. Now we are going to start our syllabus of social science. That is from your history subject, lesson number 6. That is conflict with Mughals. Now, in the previous chapter, that is your lesson number 5, we have seen the foundation of Swaraj. As the Maharashtra was been facing with the Mughal territories and other Mughal armies at that time, it was very necessary to establish the Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj realized this and he has started the founding of the Swaraj. But while finding the Swaraj, he has faced so many hurdles, so many difficulties, and among that is the conflict with the Mughals. So, what is this conflict with the Mughals that we are going to see in this lesson? So far we are seeing that is the Shivaji Maharaj had successfully fought with the Adil Shah. But for expanding the Swaraj, conflict with Mughals was inevitable. Inevitable means what? That is unavoidable. He cannot avoid the Mughals. So that first he has to face the Mughals. The Mughal posed a great threat to the Swaraj even as it began to expand. Maharaj triumphed over this threat too. Triumph means to succeed. He regained his forts and territories from the Mughals. And then what he has done? He has crowned himself. He took up a campaign of the south. So that we are going to learn in this lesson. So that is Shaista Khan's invasion. Why Shaista Khan came over here? That is in the year February 1660. Shaista Khan left from Ahmednagar and entered the Pune province. What Shaista Khan has done? He has sent his army, units of army to the neighboring areas. He encamped at Chakan. Fironjogi Narsala, the Kiledar of the fort of Chakan, offered a strong resistance to Shaista Khan's army. Finally, the Mughals captured the fort of Chakan. So, when the Shaista Khan, he has sent his army, small units of the army to attack the Chakan fort. At that time, Fironjogi Narsala, he was a Kiledar of the fort, but the Mughals, what they are given the strong resistance against he has given the strong resistance against the Shaista Khan's army, but the Mughals succeed in capturing the fort of Chakan. Shaista Khan set up his camp at Lal Mahal in Pune, where Shivaji Maharaj has lived his childhood. Khan set his forces in the regions around the Pune. So Shaista Khan, he has made his camp near the Lal Mahal in Pune, where the Shivaji Maharaj has spent his childhood. These forces, what they are done, they are looted the people. 2 years passed, but he could not think of leaving the Pune. Naturally, this had an adverse effect on the people's morale. In this circumstance, Maharaj drew up a bold plan. So what Shivaji Maharaj has done? He has made a bold plan to stop this Shaista Khan, because he was harassing the people unnecessarily. He has looted so many things. He has forced the people to leave their places. He has done humiliation activities. So for that purpose, the Shivaji Maharaj, he has decided to raid the Lal Mahal. Raid means that is a surprise attack, rapid surprise attack. He has decided to raid the Lal Mahal. So that is on 5th April 1663, Maharaj raided Lal Mahal at night with a select band of soldiers. In this raid, Shaista Khan lost his finger. He suffered great humiliation. To humiliate means that is to make someone feel ashamed or lost the respect. So what the Shaista Khan has felt? That he has lost his finger. He felt ashamed of himself and he has lost his respect. He felt that. So, due to this episode, he incurred the displeasure of Aurangzeb. And Aurangzeb, what he has done? He has transferred the Shaista Khan to the Bengal, because he felt that the Shaista Khan is not that much capable that he can pause the Shivaji Maharaj or hold the Shivaji Maharaj. So, the successful attack on Shaista Khan had an impact on the people, and their faith in the capability of Maharaj was strengthened even further. So that because of this, what happened? People were having the more faith on the Shivaji Maharaj. They came to know that the Shivaji Maharaj is the most powerful one, and he is the person who can establish the Swaraj, and he can stop the enemies to control those who are going to just rule over the Maharashtra. So in these 3 years of time, Shaista Khan arrived at large territories of the Swaraj. So it was necessary to make a good this loss, and for this what the Shivaji Maharaj has done, he has devised a plan for teaching a lesson. And then the Shivaji Maharaj made another plan to teach a Mughals a lesson, and for that what he has done, he has moved to the Surat, as Surat was a big trade center and port under the Mughal control. Surat was what? It was a big trade center and was under the Mughal control. The British, the Dutch and the French had their factories there. The maximum revenue was being generated by this city for the emperor. That the British, Dutch and the French had their factories, and the maximum revenue means what? That is a tax, was being generated by the city of the Surat, and that revenue was collected by the emperor. It was a rich city. That is, Inayat Khan, the Subedar of Surat, could not put up any resistance. Maharaj obtained plenty of wealth from the Surat without bothering the common people. His campaign of Surat was completely successful. This campaign was turning blow to the emperor's prestige. So this campaign of the Shivaji Maharaj, that is attacking the Surat, and that from that he has looted so many wealth, and by this Aurangzeb, he has turned the blow into the emperor's prestige. Turning blow means that is the impressive or the remarkable break. Now that is, to stop the increasing activities of Shivaji Maharaj, what Aurangzeb had done, now the first he has sent the Shaista Khan. Now we are going to see that is a Jai Singh invasion. Aurangzeb had sent Mirza Raje Jai Singh, an experienced and powerful Rajput Sardar. So for that he has sent the whom? That is a Mirza Raje Jai Singh. He was the most powerful Rajput Sardar. Jai Singh came to Pune. He started rallying all the forces against Shivaji Maharaj. Rallying means that is a reforming. To the Portuguese of Goa and Vasai, the Dutch of Vengula, the British of Surat and Siddhis of Janjira, Jai Singh suggested that they should start a naval campaigns against the Shivaji Maharaj. And for that purpose what he has done, Jai Singh, he has made, that is the Dutch from the Vengula, British from the Surat and Siddhis of Janjira. He has made all them together to fight against the Shivaji Maharaj. Then Jai Singh, what he has done, Jai Singh, he has made a plan that capturing the fort, whatever the was in the position of the Maharaj. Mughal forces were sent to the various part of the Swaraj, and for that purpose, to capture the fort, the Mughal forces were sent to the various part of the Swaraj. They regave the territories of Swaraj. Jai Singh and Dalar Khan laid a siege to the fort of Purandar. Siege means fort, that is a military operation in which enemy forces were surrounded the fort. When the Mughals put the fort of Purandar under the siege, Morarbaji Deshpande fought with the greatest of courage. So that is, in this, that Morarbaji Deshpande, he has died a hero's death, because while fighting with the Mughals, he has made his effort to stop the Jai Singh and Dalar Khan, and because they have made the siege to the fort. But in this, Morarbaji Deshpande was not got succeeded, and he has died a hero's death. Considering the seriousness of the situation, Maharaj began to talks for a treaty with Jai Singh. So Maharaj realized that so it is now not a right time, because from all the side the enemy has been surrounded, and in this unnecessary many lives will be sacrificed. So instead of doing that, he has made a treaty with the Jai Singh. So what is this treaty? That is, for this treaty he has made Jai Singh personally, and that the treaty between Jai Singh and Maharaj was signed in June 1665, and this treaty is known as Treaty of Purandar. So in this Treaty of Purandar, what Maharaj has done the agreement, that is the terms and conditions. That is, Maharaj gave to the Mughals 23 of his forts and adjoining territories, yielding an annual revenue of 4 lakh horns. He also assured the Mughals of help against the Adil Shahi. The treaty was ratified by Aurangzeb. Ratified means the approved. So what the Maharaj has done, he has made a treaty with the Mirza Raja Jai Singh, and in this treaty the terms were been given. What is that? That is the 23 of his forts were given to the Mughals. Because why? Now the Shivaji Maharaj was knowing that now it is not a right time to fight with them. The fort can be win again, but it is the people, the soldiers are more important. But when the right time will come, at that time we can attack the Mughals. And then he has given the adjoining territories and the annual revenue of 4 lakh horns. So children, now till now we are seeing the 1/4 part of this lesson. The remaining part we will see in the next lecture. That is how the Shivaji Maharaj has successfully visited Agra and he has escaped from it. So that we will see in the next lecture. Till then children, take care. Bye.